It's showtime. It's showtime. What's up, everybody? For those who are watching this replay, I'm Rob from Rom93 Aquatics. Please do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. Ding that. No, I'm just playing. What's up, everybody in the chat? Scott?
Yes. You still can't hear me?
It's on your phone, man.
Nobody can hear me.
No. We are having technical difficulties with the sound. That's why it should be a good one. We're going to get this all planned out, y'all.
You guys can't hear me out there?
And always circumvented problems. That was a big word. Word of the day, circumvent.
No one in the chat can hear me.
Aqua will be running a little bit late, as you can see.
They can hear, Rob, they can hear me.
Aqua is a little late.
They can hear me in the chat.
It is crazy how he can hear me and I can't hear him. But what's up, everybody?
They can hear me.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Scott is trying to get it all together. We're going to get it together. You can... So Candy can hear you and I can't?
Right. Everybody can hear me but you.
I can't hear. Let me turn up my volume.
Oh my God.
Oh, my volume's up. Yes!
I'm out, y'all. I'm out. I can't even.
We started the show already. High five. What's up, Scott?
What's up, my man? What's up,
on his end. I'm sorry. Look, that's what happens when I thought I was organized. Oh, and you thought I was that organized with that email? Look, that wasn't me, man. That was StreamYard. I wasn't that good.
No more apple juice for you, man. No more apple juice.
No, look, I can't have apple juice right now because I gotta be an adult. So I gotta drive. So I'm not doing no apple juice. This is pina colada Hawaiian punch. It doesn't give me heartburn like the other one. I'm getting up there in ages. Heartburn sucks now. Heartburn wasn't as bad. You got a little burpee like that was cool. Now like you understand, right?
Yeah, I gotta say this. This guy Rob had me log in and out like 5 times. Talk about he can't hear me. The whole time his volume was down.
Messed up again, fool.
What up, Funk?
We made a show for everybody.
Say what? Who what? Say what? Who said what?
We made a show for everybody because I didn't turn up my volume and I couldn't hear him. I didn't know that without my volume being up because I had it on mute.
So unprofessional. You so unprofessional.
I'm so
wait, Funk, can you hear me?
What's up, Scott? Yeah, listen, I can hear you.
I've been to some live streams and I've been a guest before, and when you're back in the backstage, you know, they give you like gifts and stuff. This is what I got backstage at Rob's show. I got some Sunny D. They gave me Sunny D, and they gave me some peanut butter crackers. That's what you get when
you forgot they didn't send the fruities?
No, they didn't send the fruities. But in the gift basket there was a Blackie Mild too. So
this is what I got, and it says Susan on it. It says, "Do not touch Susan's." This is what I got.
I got the wrong one. Ooh, that was probably the workers.
Look, there's 37 people on. Hit that like button. I only see 11 likes. Come on, y'all.
What is up? Sorry for those who are just entering. I was messing up completely. I did not know. Now that I do not, I'm gonna check that all the time because I'm not professional.
What is up, Master Diva? That's some good side Diva.
Scott, yo, hey, what's up, Ozzy Octane? Hey, man, I caught your live with Chris yesterday. I wanted to tell you, I think I like you better with no paperwork, bro.
Oh, you've always said that, bro. You've always said that.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, you know, because it wasn't something that you was in control of. So It's not like you had everything written down and everything. And I mean, I ain't the only one that said it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we had this talk, Funk. It's so much easier when someone else it's on someone else's stream. and you can just sit back and enjoy it and have fun with, like we're doing right now. But I got to tell you, man, people ain't seen this many Puerto Ricans on one screen since Menudo was torn, right? I mean, this looked like the backstory of a Menudo get together. So
yeah, I remember.
Puerto Ricans in the house.
I remember this one video that you probably don't know who Menudo. I'm sorry, you probably don't know who Menudo is, Rob. But back in the day, it was like this was before New Edition and all that. It was a Puerto Rican kid boy band, and they kicked you out the band when you got too old. And
that's where Ricky Martin started, right?
Ricky Martin, I believe Mark Anthony was in it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I believe because then they would get another person.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You don't remember Menudo? Oh my God.
What? Yeah, I remember Menudo.
I
was Puerto Rican in New York.
Yeah.
They had this one video, Rob. They had this one video where they was wearing like these white sequence outfits, and they had a scarf on. And they was like pretending they was on motorcycles.
Wow.
Anyway, hey, how many people we have in the chat? Please like it up, like. Let's get this chat up to 452 likes. And
452. Candy, I'm only at board of 93. I don't know who that is.
Also, real quick, hey, for all you guys live streaming who is monetized, stay away from the word
C.
Not Bud Light, not Coors, but the other word that's going around.
Miller.
Don't say it.
Uh-oh, look at
me. So for you guys that don't know, Pam, who is a supporter of mine and Rob's, she did a video on how to do DIY hand sanitizer because of a certain thing going around. We ain't gonna say the word.
Right.
And she actually they unmonetized that channel, that video because she said the word. Wow. When I went live Sunday, I said the word, and they put a yellow thing on mine too. So don't say the word.
Hey Scott, do you play Roses Everywhere Liz Walks?
I know, right?
I'm always gonna ask that.
That's my queen right there.
Yeah, my girl walking through.
You know what? I'm glad y'all are there. Stay right there. I got something else I got to make an announcement. Then I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let Scott talk. I just want to make this announcement real fast. How many people we got on?
40 some.
40 plus. 40 plus.
Okay, so listen, everybody. I'm really excited for this announcement. I'm really, really excited. There's two individuals that been hopping around people's streams. A lot of you probably seen them. That's Ozzy Octane and Tiffany. She got a long last name. I've been in contact with them after my stream. I saw what I rewatched my stream. I saw what Ozzy said. He was gonna put his first video on his shrimp tank out. And I called him up and I was like, hey man, that's cool and all that. I started talking to them. Come to find out, they're gonna do a channel, a husband and wife channel. Yeah, they're gonna do a husband and wife channel, but here's the deal. In most cases, it's the male. When you have a duo like these two over here, it's usually the male out in front. That's not the case in Ozzy and Tiffany. Tiffany is the one that's going to be driving the channel. Tiffany is the one that has more knowledge than Ozzy. Ozzy has a passion to learn. Tiffany has already made the mistakes. So this is going to be a husband and wife team where the female is the main star. So that's going to be interesting to watch her boss around Ozzy, teaching him how to do water changes and teaching him about why they can't have an Oscar in a 29-gallon tank. So you guys watch out for them. If you can sub them right now, go ahead and do that. Their channel is in the process of coming together. I think it's a different take on fish keeping. Where a lot of times we've been to the pet stores and we see a lot of times where the man is like, no baby, we can't have that fish because of this. Well, it's gonna be roles reversed. There we go, Tiffany, right there. So yeah, he's still learning. You gotta teach him up right, and we're gonna watch you do it. So watch out for that. The channel is gonna be called All in Tanks. So watch out for that.
Oh, hey, I just learned this yesterday or this morning, both of the time, because he's old. He tells me last night, he'd be like, "Did I tell you?" I'm like, "Yeah, fool." So sorry for that long reduction.
Right.
Reduction of that. Yeah, thank you. Oh, 3 fingers. What's that? Okay, whatever.
Read between the lines.
Okay. So who does know more about fish, Liz or Scott? Okay.
Boss,
But
right
wait a minute. I got to give you this. This is what you get when you get on Rob's stream. You get Sunny D. So there's your Sunny
Well, you
D.
love sex.
Oh yeah,
I got a Sunny D.
Is there a box
Okay.
in here?
No, and then
Yeah, there's a
Wacky Miles the split.
yeah.
Well, y'all, I just stopped in to say hey real quick and to tell you, Rob, you are my favorite YouTuber of all
Oh
time.
my God.
I love you. Love your show.
Oh.
Love what you do.
Oh my God.
See, I
I
personally don't think Scott knows more about fish than she does. Scott knows a lot about the big South and Central American fish, but I think Liz knows more about multiple smaller species.
Don't tell him that.
No, I mean, so how do you know who knows more?
She does.
Scott has a lot of knowledge on this many fish. Liz has a lot of knowledge on smaller, less known fish. So who knows more?
Liz has a lot of information on all fish. In fact, there's a video dropping on Friday where she actually teaches all of us how to tell the sex between a male cichlid and a female cichlid. It's all about her. It's going to be a
So I would say
video.
So Liz knows more.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do not.
I believe she
I
does.
think so. No, I think so.
I know.
Scott
you
has a lot of knowledge on a handful of fish that he's specialized in, whereas you have, just because they're smaller, don't make them less of a fish. Don't sell yourself short for him, Liz.
Look, this is my king. I will never try to step above him.
Yeah.
He is up here.
We are together forever.
And that's the
forever.
mind. That's the trick women do. They make the guy think that they on top, but we all know the
Maya
truth.
did that to you, I know.
You gotta quit spilling the secrets, Bob.
This is not for kids.
Sorry. I gotta go then.
This is not for kids.
Love you, Liz.
Hey, man.
Thank you.
Hey, man.
Rob, Liz loves you, man. Love you.
So, Scott, tell
Can I
us
talk?
what you got going on this weekend. Let everybody know in case they don't.
Well, can I start with what happened today?
Sure can. I want to know.
I came home from a long day at work, and there was a big box from Seacrest Farms filled with fish for the very weekend you're talking about, the big fish deal. And everybody knows me as a large cichlid keeper, but Funk, I got inside the box, and there was like 20 cherry barbs in a bag. And I forgot how much I love cherry barbs, man. They look so good.
Yeah.
So I'm actually thinking about putting a smaller tank together with cherry barbs in it.
Now, real quick, just a quick question. Cherry barbs are one of those fish that you could actually put in with bigger, like 6-inch cichlids. You don't have any plans, angels, geos?
I don't think they get that. I think cherry bars get to like 3 to 4 inches. So that'd probably be all right with 6-inch cichlids. But these are one of the first fish I ever bred. So I think about just keeping them like a colony in their own tank and just letting them breed and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that.
Scott getting microfish now. You're gonna switch over.
Right?
More monster fish for Scott.
No, he ain't. Look, listen, he's not gonna be able to catch them. Think about this. If he has to put him in a different tank, he's not gonna be able to catch him. He's gonna be like, oh my goodness, this is why I don't like him. Look, let's get him. Nope, not dealing with this. That's why I should got these lists.
So we got the big fish deal, and for those of you who don't know, I actually am. I got an idea about what's going on at the Big Fish deal, but I don't at the same time because I've never experienced it. What can we expect from the Big Fish deal?
You're a professional interviewer, Funk. I'll give you that. What you can expect is Saturday is going to be a fun-filled day of like-minded fish people. There are going to be vendors from all around the country. There's going to be YouTubers there from anywhere from Rachel O'Leary, KG Tropicals, various channels that are going to be doing demonstrations, aquascaping tanks. Those tanks are going to be donated to, they're going to be auctioned off. Some of that money is going to go to the Ohio Fish Rescue, thanks to Oddball Aquatics. Some of the other money is going to go to the club itself. So there's going to be what's called the rare fish auction, where fish that you've never seen before, that's very seldom seen in stores, are actually going to be in this auction, going for some high prices. So it's a great time.
But what's the fish deal? Because I know now. I know people. You've talked about it a little bit in the past. As far as YouTubers being embraced by these events, what was the Big Fish deal's claim to fame before YouTube? Aside from us YouTubers that would be interested in it, what was their original claim to fame?
So the Big Fish deal started 8 years ago, and its big claim to fame was speakers first, because it was a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the big thing that everyone loved was that, I don't know if I'm sure you've been to auctions before, fish auctions, and you have to kind of sit and wait for that bag that you want to finally come up and be auctioned off. Well, Sunday they have what's called the marketplace, where all these guys from the local area, instead of auctioning their fish off, they all have their own tables, and you can walk around and just pick up the fish that you want and buy them right there, as opposed to waiting hours and hours waiting for your fish to come up. So
like a flea market.
Yes. So people will actually there's a line going around the whole hotel trying to get in, so that you can get in there and grab your fish and enjoy the marketplace. It's a really cool idea. Now, the problem is, at an auction, sometimes you can get fish cheaper because some people don't want it. So you might be able to get a $20 fish for $1. At the marketplace, you're going to have to pay pretty much what its value is worth. But no waiting.
Okay, all right, Rob. You got anything for Scott? Ask him about what hair products he uses.
Oh man,
I was just about to say, is that Soul Glow almost out? Like, do they still make that?
Soul Glow. Don't let your soul glow. I love Coming to America. Y'all ain't seen Coming to America. Y'all wrong.
Yeah.
What's up, Lucky? I think I'm the last generation that has seen it. And the only reason why some of the generation now knows it is because they do a remake. There is never going to be a pure movie that is going to be in existence. They're always going to do a remake of something now.
Yeah.
What's up? Look, we got Ryan. Well, we bring out all the big names. Ryan done showed up.
Lumpy Dog. YouTube is horrible for the fish keeping hobby. Just look at those 3 knuckleheads as proof. Lumpy Dog, really?
Hey, you get the purest of Lucky or Lumpy here. I'm telling you.
I'm so glad to be on this live stream. I've been dying to be on this live stream for like 2 years now, and I finally, thanks to you, Funk, I finally get on. So thank you, brother. I'm gonna pay you off later.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Rob did not think that you would bring yourself to this level. Down to this level.
Are you really down to this level?
Down in the gutter with us. This foolishness.
And you're busy. You got huge fish. You gotta contain in them tanks. You gotta make sure nothing flopping on the floor. And
listen, no matter where I go, I am always, with the crew. Ain't never gonna forget that.
I think that's something that people don't realize about you. I mean, I do, because I talk to you almost like on a daily basis in one way, shape, form, or another. Actually, I talk to both of these guys on a daily basis separately, and there's things about both of them that trip me out. Like Scott is actually a lot more, has like an inner child that he does not, that he fights to keep down inside and tries to be professional. And Rob is, you guys don't notice, Rob probably would be further up in subs, but his it's a mix of stubbornness and
integrity.
Integrity. It's a mixture of both that will not allow him to do certain things. Now, a lot of it, honestly, when I think back to his age, and I'm like, okay, not saying that you're young, but when I was 26, 27 years old, I was really like, this is who I am, and I'm not bending for no. Now I just have no pride. I don't care really. So, but Rob is one of the most honorable guys I know. Scott is one of the most. In fact, I think Scott is too helpful to where he puts himself. He spreads himself too thin, and I'm sure Liz would agree with that 100%.
I just heard Liz go amen, so she must be watching.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like I said, I talk to them separately about every day. These are two awesome guys, man. Two awesome guys. I'm happy to know them both.
I got mad respect for Rob because I love his integrity and I love what he does. He is so positive all the time. He uplifts people all the time. If I'm not feeling great and I know his live stream's coming on, I get on that live stream because I know one way or the other he's going to lift my spirits up. So I got mad respect for Rob, that's for sure. And you guys need to sub him up, really.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Rob has helped Rob has helped out so many other channels. It's not even funny.
Right.
He's, as far as milestones go, 1,000 subs, he's gotten a lot of people there for no purpose except for the joy, So look at him. He's over there.
I want to ask Scott a question, fool.
It's your show. Just say shut up. Mute me, man.
Yeah, use that mute button.
Go ahead, Rob. My bad.
I'm about to lose it in my head. I get off topic and I lose the question. It's a good question. Okay, Scott. So I ran into this problem at the fish store where I said, okay, look, I know this person should know about fish. They're working at a fish store, okay? And listen, get me wrong. I know it's a bad thing, but in my mind, I did stereotype. I don't care what color they were. I'm not saying it because I know who I am. I am mixed. I am not prejudiced. I'm not nothing. I just looked. I was like, hey, you should know. He didn't know nothing about these fish, and I was like, okay, you don't know nothing about them, and no one knew about them. So when they came back and said we can't take them for an exchange, but we'll take them on donation, I said, you know what? I don't want to drive 30 minutes to the next one or whatever. Fine, that's okay. My payment was enough to educate y'all on these certain types of fish.
Right.
Now, tell the story, man. You skipping over all kinds of details. Everybody's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, they were Amica Splendids. No one knew about them. They all knew about African cichlids. It was predominantly African cichlid shop. You got to think. You walk in, all you see is African cichlid tank here. You see frontosas. You see a huge 1,000-gallon huge peacock cichlids. You got gar. You got everything. So I know going to different sides of areas, you get that type of change of fish stock, I may say, because then you go into a different one that has live bearers only and have medium cichlids to where, you can get a point across. So in your opinion of getting big, huge cichlids and being in a fish club and knowing about fish, should you be well-rounded in all fish, at least the basis of it? Because then you're missing out on a good fish when you see one. Because these fish are amazing. Don't get me wrong, they were the red tails and they were the Amica Splendids. Now, when you're getting rid of a fish and you want them to go to a good home, you would think you want to sell them to a good home, being those people in there, because they were like, oh, I might like those. I might put those in a separate tank, take them home. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all what it is. So you want to get them into fish keeping as well. So you want to know that as well when someone come in and you do have them in the tank and then you get them donated, you don't know nothing about them.
Yeah. So let me answer this question by saying this. Sometimes our club is called the Cichlid Club of York. Main focus is on cichlids. But at some point, there's only so many cichlid speakers you can get to your club. So then you have to open up yourself to other speakers. They might be talking about killifish, live bearers, guppies, whatever. So yes, it's very important that you are well-rounded and know not just a specific type of fish, but at least the basics of all fish so you can keep them successfully. People need to put dinner fish with their cichlids. So yes, you have to be well-rounded and know about other fish. So you were saying those fish were at a store being sold?
Well, I was actually taking them there because one, I'm downsizing some fish because we'll be moving soon. So I gotta. The less fish you move with, the less casualties, the easier it is. So I've learned that with all these other tanks. But when I looked, I was like, look, listen. In my head, I'm like, yo, I gotta get them, learning about this. So I was just like, they need to be well rounded. So when they do have them in their tank, they can, you know what I mean? They can sell them. But me being the person I am, I'm be like, yeah, I'll get them, exchange them, because if I know that he has them plentiful, we can build a business partnership. And then on the back end, because I know what they are, and then I know the basis of them, and I can sell them because I'm a salesman. I love to sell. I love to do stuff. I used to do stuff like that. So
right.
You gotta get people into the hobby as well and not scare people. I said they're live bearers, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know if they're not a cichlid."
Yeah. And he's running a store. He did. And that guy's running a store, or he just works there.
He worked there, but he had a red shirt on, and he had manager. When you have manager on there, I expect you to know.
I had like a bowling man on. You said manager?
Man, I'm sorry.
Manager, man, pronunciate. Don't nobody know that
manager. You know what I mean?
Rob, you need to use that mute button just a little bit more, brother. This is your show.
Wait, watch.
Ow, fuck, ow. Uh-oh. So,
yeah.
What is going on in Funkville?
I'm busy as heck.
Out fishing?
Yeah.
Out fishing. Don't I'm gonna call you out.
What are you talking about? I was working all day hard.
You know my phone's right next to me, right?
No, I was working very hard today. I was very productive at work. It was great. So if the owner is watching, I appreciate the employment there. But at any rate, so no, I'm actually very busy. But I'm trying to. Me and Maida are trying to, let the dust settle to see where I have wiggle room to work. My channel is changing directions, but it's for the better. I actually like the direction it's gonna go. But really, I would love to do more outdoor stuff, but I don't have that opportunity. I got to get it when I can. You know what I mean? But no, I'm doing good. Rob is about to move, so I'm interested to see what that's gonna do, because now his daughter is getting to the age where mine is, that's keeping me from doing stuff. Right. You know, when they start getting mobile and stuff like that, it's harder on you, more demand on your time.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I want to talk a little bit about I know you just reminded me of having to. You had a cichlid club, so it was primarily cichlids, but you run out of cichlid content, so you gotta bring other stuff. It's funny because there be times that when I have to go back to the fish club because it's been a while since I've been there because of scheduling. But at any rate, it's been a while.
No, you being a bad.
You just the fish club.
Bad. You bad. You gotta sin on Sin Sunday. You better put it out. Look, listen. When you don't go to your member, when you don't be a good member, what happens? How do you feel when you miss out on it?
Man, I'll be all right. But listen, what I wanted to say was, it's funny that he mentions, sometimes you got to bring in other speakers, because there'll be times that when I go to the fish club, that they'll have people speaking about a subject, and I immediately turn off.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I don't want to know about no damn scavengers.
So you actually turn your hearing aids off?
But it actually, even though I don't want to learn about scavengers, I sit there and I'm like, oh, okay, I learned something new. I kind of like this. Yeah. Or like your boy Rusty Wessel came out there, right? I was all excited. So we listened about some cichlids. He said, I'm gonna talk about live bears. I'm like, what? I heard all this stuff. I heard all this stuff about you, Scott. You gonna talk to me about some live bears?
Look, Funk will be that
It's-
dude. Be like, hey, what about Sickless? Like, yo, that was not what I was talking about. But okay.
Yeah.
You do
But,
know
yeah,
that
talk about
live bears are in the water in the same waters with these cichlids that I keep, like swordtails. Are
Huh.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay.
know. It's just surprising to me the subjects. Hey, oh, what's that dude's name? Your boy. He's also one of your boys. The little short guy. He's a little short guy,
Don't you say
stocky,
short guy again?
bald-headed,
Mo
white
Devlin?
guy.
Mo
Him.
Devlin? He's not short. Don't get
No,
it
it's
twisted.
not him. Then this guy's a little stocky dude, older guy.
And he's bald.
I know you know who he is. I've seen you with pictures. You've shown pictures of him. Well, a little bit of hair. You shown pictures of him. I
Not
forgot his
Mo-
name.
Not Mo Devlin.
Davies. Who's Davies?
Davies.
Davies. Something Davies.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Man, I've seen you with him in the picture. We even talked about you. You showed a picture with him. His last name is Davies.
I have-
Anyway, he did a presentation on lights, and I immediately shut off. But it turned out to be good too. So yeah, you gotta be well rounded.
he
Definitely.
did a talk on lights. Was he talking about photography? No, just lights.
Just lights in general.
Huh.
And when I figure out who he is, you show him pictures of him. Man, you getting old. You don't remember. You getting old.
So, Rob, tell us about that Oscar behind you. How long you had that guy? He's beautiful.
3 years?
2 years.
3 years? No, almost 3, bro. Almost 3. Almost 3.
55-gallon tank or what?
November.
That's a girl. That's a female.
I think it's a girl now, honestly, because she's not gonna grow any bigger, honestly.
55-gallon tank or what?
55.
See,
But I think I'm gonna upgrade it to something different. But this is the one prime example when you say you cannot put fish with their natural habitat. This food right
What?
here, because I want it to look
Yeah.
good. I want it to look
Yeah.
like a beautiful fish, like you say he is. I walk in, he got a gash, white
Yeah.
chunk of meat just hanging, and I'm like, "Hey, there's nothing in the tank, man.
yeah,
I might as well put you in something because you might not bump anything then." Like, I think that's probably the thing. Like, he won't bump anything because he know he's stuck in there.
Hey, real quick, does anybody have any questions? We're over here jabber-jawing away. Does anybody have any questions for Scott?
That's true.
51 people
That's true.
on 41 likes. Let's get those likes up to 50. 51 people on.
Chuck
Chuck
is
Davis.
his name.
Chuck Davis.
That's what I said, Davis. Yeah. Yeah.
You said Davis.
You was like,
Hey,
Davis.
I'm lucky. You the man.
Chuck Davis, that's
Thank
my boy. That's my man.
I know. That's what I was trying to tell you. That was the dude, the little
He
stocky
lives in
dude.
Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dude I was talking about. Hey, anybody thinking about starting up a channel? You got 3 different channels, and different, totally different channels, to be honest with you. So anybody think about starting up a channel, or they just have a channel and they want to ask questions about it? Scott right there just shot up out of nowhere over the last year and a half. So please ask questions. Ask questions.
You know, and I always give credit to those who have helped me out. I mean, I wouldn't have got there without you and Rob for sure. And and KG Tropicals gave me some opportunities. Michael's Fish Room, So I got to shout out to those people that gave me a chance to be seen by more people. So that's what I try to do on my end. Always been taught, especially people of color. You're always taught as you move up, you try to bring others up with you. My father instilled that in me my entire life. So that's important to me. As you go up, you don't forget those people. You bring them up with you. So
Yeah, definitely.
some
That's one of the
YouTubers ain't
reasons
doing
why.
that.
That's one of the reasons why I was really interested in Ozzy and Tiffany, because they've been supporting me since they came on, and I wanted to help them out with their video. And then and you know the cool thing is, they told me, "Hey, what's up, Thirsty Rabbit?" They told me, they said that 2 days prior, before me contacting them, they were talking about starting their own channel again.
Nice. Nice.
And then this happened, so I'm excited about that.
So Veteran Aquatic said, "What was my turning point?" What do you think he means by that? When did I start?
When I know exactly what he means. When was all three of us like right here, and then that happened? What was it? A video? Was it a mindset? Was it what was it?
I have to tell you again, it was in my mind because I remember when it happened. I remember when I saw the spike happen, and it was based on 2 videos that I was able to do with KG Tropicals that got me to a bigger audience. Now I also have to say, when opportunity hits, you got to be ready for it. So I also was ready with a line of videos that I knew would play well because I know what my core audience is, and that's people that like large and big cichlids. So once I got in with KG Tropicals, I made sure that the videos I was dropping after I was spotlighted were videos that people would be interested in and could get into. So it was a combination of a lucky opportunity and then being ready for that opportunity when it happened. So
now, I personally have seen less huge cichlids, monster cichlids. I've seen less monster fish thumbnails. Where do you think the trend is going?
I'm seeing a lot of guppies, nano tanks, guppies, stuff like that. That's where it's, you did something recently on biotope tank. Yeah. I think that's kind of where it's going too. So absolutely.
Yeah. Planet shrimp tanks.
Oh, you can't forget it. Bob gotta always mention it.
You will not see. You know what? You probably will see a spike in glowfish videos, but not at Aquafunk Aquatics.
Yeah.
Not that I have any. Like I said,
when I get that phone call, Rob, I did it. I'll be like, jump off the bridge now.
And here's the thing, like I said, I don't have anything against those fish. They did not choose to exist. I got the idea behind humans doing this, and this part of our I don't think we have the right to do that. I think we screw up everything we touch, and now we're over here, making life and patenting it for profit. I kind of got a moral issue with that.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
I agree with you.
Taking the trueness out of that fish, yeah.
So I got to tell you, and I talk to Funk about this all the time. One of the things that I'm battling right now is everyone knows me for large cichlids, big fish, and I don't want to be typecast in that role. So recently, you'll see videos where I'm doing different stuff, not necessarily talking about large fish. And it's hard because you see the views go down to where you normally don't see them. And it's such a battle. That's why I have so much respect for Rob and his integrity, because I'm like, all right, I got to keep doing large fish because that's where the growth of my channel's at. And if I try to do anything different, then I lose that fast growth to,
success. So do you feel like a slave to that? Do you
resent
that?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why Liz is so important to me, because she gives me the angle where we can do some nano stuff, and some, other fish, because I have her by my side, and she has a specialty in that. So if you notice this year, I've had Liz in more videos in the last 2 months than in the entire last year.
Oh, trust me, we noticed.
Right.
That's how come when I first started out, I started out as the channel was called Aquafunk, and my name was Angel Freak, but everybody called me Funk or Aquafunk, and I was more than happy to drop the Angel Freak because I was like, ooh, I almost got stuck with angels for the rest of my life, Not that I don't mind that. It's just, it was gonna keep me in a box.
Right.
So
that's true.
But at this stage of your thing, I don't even know if that's. I know you was talking about changing your name one time.
Yep.
I know one time you played around with a name that was like this long.
No, King and Queen Aquatics was what I was thinking about. That way it drops the because even now a lot of people don't know what a cichlid is, and they still say it wrong, chicklids. But if you throw aquatics in, that might bring a wider variety of people to your channel.
Yeah, exactly.
So are you guys ready for a controversial question?
Always bring it.
And,
I love it.
I always want to come on my stream.
and Rob, if you don't like the subject, Rob, we can get off of it.
No, we're in it now. We're in it now.
As people of color, do you feel a responsibility to represent yourself a certain way?
Yes,
on
100%.
YouTube and fish clubs and etc. Because I know I do.
100%.
Okay.
As far as being Puerto Rican, I had an issue growing up watching how you want to say it, watching other Puerto Ricans live up to the stereotype that society put on us.
Yep.
And I'd be like, yo, for real, you're setting us back 20 years, man. Come on, you know. So sometimes when I see and I've branched out from just Puerto Ricans to minorities in general. And when I see minorities doing something or not doing something on YouTube that I feel is positive or negative, I do feel a certain type of way. I do not deal with any minorities that I feel make us look worse than is already put on us by society. I don't mess with you. Now, there are people that are young minorities coming up, like Ozzy and Tiff, that I feel as a person, a minority, a person of color, minority, whatever you want to call us, you know, we should take them up under our wings. Now, mind you, not just, you know, minorities, you know, anybody's welcome for my help. But I feel a special type of some way with minorities being a minority. But I'll help anybody, even Thirsty Rabbit. I'll help him too. I don't even care. He'll come on straight. But yeah, that's I do. I know Rob does.
I do in everyday that like right there in Thirsty. So some people don't know I am mixed. I'm mixed with black and white. My father is French Canadian. My mother is black and Indian. So when people say, well, if something was to break out, who are you? What side are you on? I'm like, no, there's no sides. I'm mixed. I don't care what sides. You know what I am? I am for me, my legacy. Okay. I want to build up a rap sheet to where at the end of the day, when I pass away, they're gonna be like, that man was truly genuine to the day he died, like to the end. Like I want people to fill the room. You know what I mean? I want to have respect. I want to have that. So I always live up to me and only me of what I am, not what I was made of, two different races or of one race.
Okay. Can I chime in with my thoughts?
What up?
Definitely.
Rob, I'm mixed too. My mom's Italian, my father's black. So I'm mixed too. And Funk is always picking on me about how regiment I am. But I'm 52 years old. And when I started going to fish clubs, they were very dominated by, and this is, I'm not being racist or anything, they were very dominated by older white men. And so I wanted to, as a person of color, hold myself to a certain standard and shatter any stereotypes that people might have. So, like, I was the second person of color ever on the American Cichlid Association board. I'm probably one of the first or second people to ever create his own club. So I try to hold myself to a certain standard because I know there's other people like Rob coming behind me that's going to be coming through the same path and might not get the opportunity if I just act all out of character. You know what I'm saying? So when Funk says, hey, you act totally different when you're on other people's stream, it's because I feel like I could be more relaxed. I'm more at home. But when the spotlight's on me, I want to be on point. I want to make sure what I'm saying is on point. Because, and you guys know this as people of color, when people listen to us, they want to see if we got a mistake, if we're saying things the correct way. So I'm always trying to be, and I'm sorry, this is probably not for all your audience, but I'm always trying to make sure that what I'm saying is factual, because I want to make sure that I am appealing to everyone and giving out the right information. Because if you give someone a chance to say, see, listen to him, he's saying some messed up information that's not right, then you're not only putting yourself down, that you might be stopping some other people who are trying to come up, putting them down as well. So I always have it in my mind every time I get on YouTube, every time I'm in front of talking to people, I want to be respected and thought of not by my color, but what I'm talking about in my experience. Sorry, that was long.
No, that's
no. I'm just thumbsing up. She was throwing in the thumbs up.
Oh yeah, and like me, like I said, I branched out from just Puerto Rican, and really my thing is broke. I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm also broke. Growing up, I grew up Section 8. I've lived in shelters. I got the government cheese in a big block. It was a cardboard box. And this aquarium hobby never was a factor in my life. I didn't know about it. I often wonder what would happen if it was a thing in a poor neighborhood, aquariums,
Right.
How many oceanographers or pet store owners or fish club speakers would have came out of the ghetto had they been exposed to this, So I mean, I don't necessarily hold all Puerto Ricans on my back, but I do hold people who don't have the means. That's how come I did the Biotope. The Biotope video was just so that people can have an aquarium for free.
Yep.
Get started. I just want people to get started.
Yep.
And after that, they can hop on YouTube and go Big Cichlids over here with Scott, or they could go, with live birds with Rob, or shrimps, or whatever avenue they take. I'm happy with. Let's just get a tank in your house and get you curious and asking questions first.
Yep.
That's my thing.
And brother, I'll tell you, that's why I've always been a fan of yours since the moment I saw your first video, because you were spitting, not only were you being true to who you are, but you were also spitting out knowledge that needed to be said, and it was accurate knowledge. And people of color need to see other people of color and feel invited to get into the hobby. So it's important that the three of us and whoever else is doing what we're doing, because we're opening doors for people who might have thought they wouldn't be welcomed otherwise. So, all right, I'm off my soapbox.
Never that. Rob is in a similar boat as me, where we talk about the way we talk to people. We don't use a whole lot of Latin terms. I can hold a conversation with somebody, but I'm not. Those people already know what I know. I don't really. Hey, you already there. I'm trying to get the people, so you won't hear me say a whole lot of Latin phrases. I'll write it out when I have a video. I'll say angelfish, but I'll put Terraphilium scalari across the bottom. But I use common names, because like all I care about is getting you guys started, getting the fish, having them alive. Having just a little bit of success will spark your curiosity, and that's my thing.
Right. So
Tampa Tom said a question that is it's a lot of people ask me this question. The question is that if I wasn't doing aquariums, honestly, I don't know really what I was doing, but before I was doing aquariums, I was watching a lot of gun YouTube. So like I wanted to always be into my firearms. I love firearms because I love my Second Amendment. I'm just gonna say it out there right now for all those. I'm sorry, but I've always wanted to do all the training tactics and all that stuff, grappling and stuff like that. I did wrestle in high school and all back of middle school. Like I was no joke. Like so, doing all those techniques and stuff like that, showing breakdowns, drawing from the holster and stuff like that. Because, like you said, getting people into it who I've always been around, who never had a license to carry, think they never knew that a license to carry was real. They always just had a gun on them. I'm like, oh my God.
That sounds like a movie. I thought that was a movie. License to carry.
Right.
I'd be into motorcycles.
Motorcycles. Scott, what would you do?
Yeah. I'm a nerd to my heart, so I'll be keeping comic books and stuff like that. I was a big comic book
Hot
collector.
cars?
Huh?
You say hot cars? Like
Comic
Matchbox
Star
cars?
Wars.
Comic books.
Comic books. That's even worse.
I had
man.
thousands
No,
of
we're gonna stick to that one. We're gonna stick to that one. We're gonna stick to that one.
Yo, speaking. You're gonna be. I don't know if you're gonna be around, Scott, but on the 17th, on the 17th, I'm gonna be on Multi-Tech Addictions live stream.
All right.
And they was joking around that they play D&D and all that stuff, and you know that they use the accents, right?
Dungeons and Dragons, yeah, I played.
I got kicked out. I'm not allowed to play that. Look, hold up. So, I gotta stop right there because I know a lot of fish keepers are into that type of thing. Listen, don't expect me to sit there and be serious when you are talking in some strange language, coming up with stuff, and then you're gonna get mad when I say I want to be Panthro from Thundercats, and you be like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try and get Chattanooga Ed and Chris to talk in some strange language the entire chat.
Yo, I got a strange language. I'm not even on Apple Juice. A strange language that Ashley, my lady, I guarantee you, if we was to talk the whole entire time during that, you would not. No one would know it because she made it up.
What's that, Pigland?
She learned it me. She learned it me.
Learned it. You setting us back.
I'm in Tampa, Florida, Ozzy.
But y'all didn't read comic books coming up?
No.
Hold on, wait, real fast. I'm in Tampa, Florida. Scott is in Pennsylvania. No, Lower New Jersey or Pennsylvania?
York, Pennsylvania.
York, Pennsylvania. And Scott is and Rob is in Indiana.
We are 3 likes away from 50. Did you hit the like button?
Come on.
Did you hit the like button?
I'm on the damn phone. I can't like it. I do it. I can't do it.
Oh my God. 3 away.
Wait. Hey, let me get Mida to do it.
Get Mida to do it.
There you go.
Liz.
Strange languages.
Liz said she hit it as soon as it came on.
Man, like I said, it's not a perfect stream if you don't have some mess ups, okay? We have messed up since day one of streaming. Scott, I'm telling you, I've always been wanting to have a lot of people on here, but now recently I've gotten it, the StreamYard, so now we can do the stuff we've been talking about for 2 years.
Yeah. And the 3 of us, we could talk for a long time. I mean, a long time.
Yeah.
But
most of the stuff we would probably talk about, we wouldn't want filmed up.
True that. There you go. 51 on and 51 likes. There you go.
That's what's up. Thank you, everybody. We
Like
appreciate you.
On a radio station.
Hey, look. Anybody got any announcements before we get off of here? We're going to talk about the Big Fish deal. Hey, how can we participate in the Big Fish deal from home?
But wait a minute. It's time to get off already? It's 53 minutes already.
It's 54.
Yeah. Oh my God, that went so fast. How can you
make it go that fast? That's what I'm talking about. This is the hot seat, Scott. Woo!
The big three. So yeah. So how can I participate in the Big Fish deal via YouTube?
All you can do, there is a schedule that I can put out if you like, where all the YouTubers are going on live starting at 9 o'clock in the morning Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and apologize to anyone that is streaming on Saturday because we're going from 9 o'clock Saturday until 9 o'clock p.m. And Fish Tank Barn, Oddball Aquatics, I'm on there, KG Tropicals, Rachel, all of us are going on live. We all have our 1 hour spot from 9 a.m. all the way up to 9 p.m. You definitely want to get on around 6 p.m. because that's when the rare fish auction starts, and you're going to get to see every one of the bags they bring up and the really cool fish that are going to be auctioned. Plus, you get to listen to what they go for. So if you've never been to an auction before, there it is. Candy is amazing.
There's something wrong with her. She ain't a real person.
Candy
She's
is.
not.
She's
She ain't
got
real.
to be an alien or something. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
she's got superpowers or something. It's
Well,
incredible.
we all get to meet her in Chicago.
Yeah. If you see, there's so many that she couldn't even get it all on one thing. So you
Like,
see,
right? Come on, man. She's quick.
yeah. So that's how you can participate. And my hope for you guys is once you see it, you'll want to come next year. So while we're on it, are you guys going to Aquashell in Chicago? What's going on?
Dang right. I'm only 2 hours away.
Honestly, it looks like I only have one opportunity to go somewhere, and because of the distance, I'm really and look, okay, it's not just the distance, but it's also the atmosphere. Aquashella seems cool and all that, but I am really,
He's scared Candy.
I'm,
He's scared
ain't
Candy.
nobody
He
scared
don't
Candy.
want to face the Candy.
No, but Aquashella seems cool and all that, but I really want to experience a place that would be a cichlid type show. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Keystone Clash.
We would love to have you to the
That's-
Keystone Clash.
So if you go to the Keystone Class, when is that, Scott?
That's September
November, right?
11th through the 13th.
November,
So, okay,
right?
so the Keystone.
September.
See that aired. Okay, whoa.
What? When was it, Rob? I mean, Scott.
September 11th through the 13th.
Okay, September 11th.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and celebrate September 11th at Keystone.
Does anybody know 12G Coral? When is the Aquashella? Because I know it's normally in August. So if it's around that time, I can't really. I could kind of do both.
August 5th through the 7th
Where is it located?
in Chicago. Oh, I don't know where in Chicago, but it's
So the
Keystone Clash.
gosh.
It's in York, Pennsylvania, where I'm at.
So that's like 9 hours for me for a drive.
Yes, but
Man,
you get
fly,
to
you little chicken.
stay
Yeah,
at my house. Liz is gonna cook for you guys, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm
You can't feed me. If you feed me, I'm like a snail. You can't get rid of me. I'm a snail. You can't get
She loves you to death. She'd be probably picking you up, taking you everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to Keystone Clash, to be honest with you, because I feel like I really missed out on AE. I know people say, well, this year wasn't as good. I don't want to go to a vendor type deal, and I don't know.
Rob,
Candy's good.
Rob, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Are you sure you got to get off? Because you got like 55 people still on, and it's.
I'm
No,
done.
not really. Not really. I
All
mean,
right, we're staying on. We're staying on.
Is
Kinda
anyone
do.
else behind us?
All right. Cool. I mean, another what? Another half hour, Rob? What you think?
All right, we're good.
All right. So listen. I took a lunch break today.
Dang.
I caught some native fish on my lunch break. I caught some native fish. It was pretty cool because they're different types of perch and bluegill. I got more than I should because I want a variety. I want to see which one is the best one, and then I'm gonna let the other ones go. But that's what I did today on my lunch break, and I thought it was the coolest freaking thing on my lunch break.
Is
It's
that
catch
the video you
fish.
sent me?
Huh?
Is that the video you sent me?
Yeah.
Well, I got
You know
look
how
at-
hot I was
I gotta
that
look
way?
at
I was like,
that.
man.
Yeah, y'all both got videos.
I got to double check the time on that video because I'm not sure it was lunchtime.
It wasn't even much. Man, it was 11.
Woo.
I had Anyway, yeah, I got me some fish for free. I don't know. I just think that was cool that Florida has that available.
Yeah.
Rob, what were you gonna go? You're gonna go native fishing. What do you plan on getting out there?
Okay, so my whole thing is I want to do something that it involves Rob 93, of course. something that came from me, like me being from a different state. I want to do a biotope because your videos, like we all do, we inspire each other as in videos to do a biotope, right?
Yep.
So I want to do a biotope of Indiana, where I live, my present area, and then I want to do a state where I was born in Arkansas. So I want to do 2 different types of biotopes from different states. So that right there encouraged me, honestly, and that got me going. Got some gears going in my head. So I was like, yeah, I gotta get it going with that. So that's a cool idea, though.
Rob, do you stand the entire time through your live stream?
Yeah.
There's only one live stream I actually sat down with Aqua.
You see the 2 old men, we're sitting in chairs. Right?
See, I stand all day. I stand all day too.
Hey, Scott, you get all your sticks from outside, right?
No, sir.
Where do you get your sticks from?
We have people in our club that make them. Go out. I guess they go out and make them and bleach them and make sure they're clean and then they put like the slate in them with the stainless steel screws so that they sink. So yeah, that's our local club has some great people that make stuff like that. So you don't have to do that.
Now, would you ever think of? Oh, by the way, your video you did on the aquarium that you went to.
Yeah.
I still been thinking about those silver dollars, bro.
Those, yeah. That was an opportunity.
Would you ever do a biotope with big fish? I mean, that would be kind of hard to do, wouldn't it? With big monster fish.
That's what that arowana tank is back there. It's got the arowanas. It's got silver dollars in it that are from the same lake, Amazon lakes, and it's got the pike cichlid that's from the same lake. So that's really a biotope in itself back there.
As far as the species go.
As far as species,
yeah. You are telling that's awesome.
So,
but like for scaping and substrate, a lot of times people want to get the same type of substrate using the same plants, using the exact same sticks and all that stuff. But that would be a little bit difficult for a big tank, huh?
And I'm not into it like that. I can make it look like that with just regular stuff. And people, if I told someone looking at that tank, hey, that's a biotope from the Amazon, they would probably believe it the way I have an aquascape. So,
hey, can you give us an update on the bleaker eye? We haven't talked about that in a minute.
I tell you what, if you come to the Keystone Clash, you're gonna leave with those bleaker eye because I can't get them to mate for nothing. But they're doing great, but they just won't mate. No matter, I've tried them in a large tank, in a small tank, water high, water low, hot, cold. I've tried everything, and I can't get them to mate. So I don't know what to do.
I actually went to a pet store recently that had what's the one that's more brownish that doesn't have the coloration of that, the pollini?
The bleaker eye or the pollini?
It's okay. I keep calling the bleaker eye. We all know that they changed their names, but I refuse to. I refuse to convert. But there's 2 different types. There's one that's the striking black with the spots, like the bleaker eye. Mm-hmm. And then there's another one that the colors are like washed out.
Huh. Not familiar with it. You sure you're not seeing one that's a little stressed out?
No. It's actually kind of ugly. Anyway, they had both of them at this pet store that I went to. And they had both of them, and they were both called. Someone wrote on their bleaker eye on both of them, and I said, "Is this the other one that in that family?" He says, "No, it's the same as that one." I says, "Now how come they're the same? They're different prices. You know, how come this one obviously looks different than that one, and that one is $35 and this one's $15 when they're the same size?" And he's like, "Oh, I guess you're right. They must be different." But no, there's an uglier one. There's an uglier one.
You were at a local fish store, at a Petco. Where were you at?
I was at a local. It was a LFS. It was LFS. He was a nice guy. It's just this particular, like I wanted to get into an argument with him over it. Not you know, like I'm like, no, man, you need to research your stuff that you're selling. But I'm saying it wrong. It's in the same genus, but they're not both bleakerized.
Right.
They're in the same genus, but it's a little bit uglier. It's like brown.
Huh.
I'll look it up. I'll hit you up with what I'm talking
If
about.
Liz was next to me, she could probably tell you what it is right off the bat.
Probably because she knows more about fish than you do.
Okay, here's a good one. What is your favorite fish? I know it's probably been, but you haven't got into smaller fish yet. So it's so hard to ask what's your favorite fish because there's so many fish.
All right. Check this out. Let's play a game. Everybody say the favorite fish of the person to their right.
To my
Polar
right.
blue.
Like Scott is to my right. So I'm gonna say it's the Trimac.
And you be
Is
wrong.
it?
Nope.
Okay, so which is it? Because you have a lot that you always
Is it
flip flop every damn week.
This is my favorite cichlid.
Yeah.
Jaguar cichlid. I love the Jaguar cichlid.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. A
What do you
basic
think Rob's
fish, God.
favorite fish
That's so basic, really?
Yeah. What do I think Rob's is?
Yeah.
I think Rob's has got to be a convict of some sort.
Is it? Honestly, I would say, is it wrong?
Yeah, it's the convicts, bro. I mean, yeah, I have a beta because betas was like my original first fish, but convicts is, like you said, like no one
You
really
haven't
is.
really been talking
into
about them lately.
I win.
That's
You
true.
haven't really-
I mean, betas
Mine
is up
convicts.
there, bro. But convicts
if it
weighs it
wasn't-
out.
If it wasn't if I didn't say it was a Trimac, the next one would have been the Cuban,
Or the Dovai.
Oh my God.
and then it would have been the Dovai.
That Cuban is so sweet. I can't wait for you to see him. He is so nice.
Now they got one over here for $35.
Well, I got one. I got another question, Scott. I got some balloon green terrors. How do you
Okay.
feel
Oh,
about
here it is.
those?
Hold on, wait, right fast. Aqua Rob got something.
What's your opinion, thoughts on the green and electric blue Texas?
Uh-oh.
Like I'll say, uh-oh.
No, go ahead. What you got? That's for you, Scott. That's your arena.
I'm not a big Texas cichlid person, Herictes person. But I think they're okay. I mean, I guess he's talking about the hybrids, but they're all right. I'm not into all the pearls and stuff. That's just me. But they're nice fish. They're fairly aggressive. They get to about 12 inches. They're okay. Just not my cup of tea. I have a friend who loves them. Keeps red Texas, blue Texas, green Texas, loves them all.
I like red Texas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the red Texas.
Those are really
Uh-oh,
nice.
Kenny's leaving us.
I've got to feed my family before my next stream starts. Much love. All right, Candy.
Much love, Candy.
Mwah.
We love
Hey,
you,
so-
Candy.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in the both the red Texas and the super red Texas, because the super red is those really, really red ones.
Yeah.
And then you have the red Texas that's more of like a hodgepodge of color. It's kind of blotchy, which honestly I like more because I feel like it gives it more character.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I like about the Viejas. The color blotchiness that's kind of thrown everywhere. I feel like it gives the fish more character.
Yep. So let me ask this question. What's coming out for you next, Funk, as far as the video? What's the topic? What do you got cooking?
Sponge filters.
Sponge filters.
Sponge filters.
Okay. And Rob, you just did cappuccino snails. So what's coming on after that? You got any ideas?
I plead the fifth, man.
Rob be going back and forth with his videos.
Cause see, like when I wake up, I just be like, you know what? I gotta do a video,
Yeah.
and then I don't do it.
What's your deal, Rob? You're not on a regular schedule. What's up?
Rob is just Rob. That's why we love him. He just.
I don't know, bro. Nobody watches it, so it's just like I know it's cool, but there you go, yay!
So how can I get the three of us talking outside of the chat? Like I want to talk to Rob all the time, you know, but I don't have a way of talking to him. So is there just text through your phone, or how you guys stay in contact?
Me and Rob do WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp.
It's just like the Messenger one. You can do damn near all the same thing we do on Messenger. But Rob doesn't have Messenger.
Because you used to be real uplifting for me, Funk, but you don't slacked on that. I need a really uplifting brother. Like this week, I was telling you how terrible my video was, and how I didn't want to put it out. And you were like, "Dog, just put it out. Just put that mess out." And I need someone to just say, "Scott, that video is garbage. You need to start from scratch."
I told you how to fix it. I said put pictures of me all through it.
Oh, here we go.
Remember, I had said that. I said, "Yo, just put pictures of me all through it. It'll clean it right up."
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Look, you done poked a bear.
Well, let me ask you, Funk, how's that working for you? Putting pictures of you in your videos.
It's awesome. I get the nicest comments. You want to know? No BS though. I get the nicest comments from people. They all tell me such uplifting things. Like even when I'm kind of like, man, this ain't happening for me. I'll talk to people like recently it was the last person to say some really nice things with me was actually Berto from RLC. He basically says the same thing you say, Scott. He left me a message. This was kind of the message. Hey man, I just watched your last video. I just don't understand what I'm trying to think why I don't get it. And it's like I know what he's saying, you know, like he's looking at my sub count. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you know.
Hey, that's I got the same kind of thing today, like something that uplifted me.
Right.
It was from Damian Markham. A lot of people probably know him. He watches a lot of people, but a lot of people get onto Chris Biggs. Scott, you got a lot of people over there, man. Chris Biggs is good. So I watched the do's and don'ts of his
club.
Of the club.
Yep.
And he says, I would like to take the moment take this time to thank you both, Chris and Rob, for all you have done for the aquarium community. And I'm like, man, I'm at work and I'm having a bad day. And I'm like, yo, that just made me smile.
Yep.
You smelled after that? Produced an odor?
He said smile, not smell.
Wow.
He produced some kind of an odor? You farted? Was that what you did? You farted?
No, but
that's a nice comment.
That was what's up, though. You know, it was like, hey, that's what's up. That legacy is still there. Like people will remember me. You know.
So I got to put you both under fire. You ready for it?
This is still the hot seat, man. What the hell?
Rob, you are known for always being full of energy and positive every time you're on a live stream. Funk, you are known for being full of energy and very funny. I know both of you. There got to be times where you're not feeling it. How do you get up and be ready to show and be what you're supposed to be when your live stream hits? Because you can't always be 100 laughing, making jokes all the time. So how do you do it?
Rob, you go ahead with that one first.
I already know it, bro.
I know what Rob.
One and first most, it's his family to get him that drive. That's the first thing I know it is.
We talking about,
and then he'll tell me like, "Hey, dude, you gotta what the."
You, Rob, what do you do?
What do
you do? What do you do to get your head right when you ain't feeling it?
Mine is my family, and then call you fool. That's all I was gonna say for both of us. That's both of them. You know?
Yeah. Honestly,
because people expect you to be funny, Paul.
I really couldn't tell you, man. The whole funny thing, it's not intentional. You know, no. I don't go, okay, funny.
Right.
I don't sit around during the day writing jokes down. It's just who I am. My whole life, people said I was funny. I've met other people that I felt were funnier than me, just their personalities. You know, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I think a lot of me is my when I grew up, when I was growing up, I would watch a lot of old guys, right? A lot of them were drunks, you know. A lot of them, you know, Puerto Ricans, and I mean, drunks, white, black, Puerto Rican, whatever. And I just remember how witty they was, and I remember always, you know, the old guys, they were witty. They would say things you're like, why would somebody think that? And I think about those things a lot, even to this day.
But you're not answering my question. Do you feel like you have to be funny every time you go on a live stream?
I do feel that way. I feel like people expect a certain thing from me. Like you asking me a question, you know the answer to, because you're trying to get something out of me. But look, all right, everybody. Believe it or not, I do know a little something about fish, and I try my hardest to get you guys to see that. But sometimes I do feel like most people think I'm a clown. You know, I think first impression is like, oh, this guy is some kind of clown. And they don't really know that I do know a little something until they watch me a little while. But I've made the questions to people. I've made inquiries, you know, about should I tone it down? You know, should I be more serious? You know, because this whole YouTube thing, let's be honest, there's a lot of people, Rob, you're one of them, that say I don't care. I personally don't believe that. I believe right now you say you don't care, but the closer you get to that goal, the more it starts becoming something. You know what I mean? As far as caring about turning it into something. So I do care. I do want to go further. Like right now, I haven't even talked about it, but I have just changed my goal from 2,000 to 5,000.
Right.
I always want to keep it because I'm like 10 away, but I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to be go, okay, cool. Let me celebrate.
You're 10 away from 2,000 right now.
Yeah.
You people in the chat, if you are not subbed to Optus,
hold on.
They all are. All these people I love with the death. They all know me.
You know how many people work up to you over there to you?
Huh? But it's fine because I've changed my goal from 2,000 to 5,000. I always want to stay pushing. I always want to say. So I do feel a pressure sometimes where I have to be funny because that's what everybody expects of me. But it does hurt sometimes where I feel like, oh, that's all people are ever gonna expect of me, and I want people to expect more of me. I expect more of me,
right?
And I need you guys to expect more of me so I could raise to your expectations. I could raise up to your standards. Right. You know, I need challenges. If you guys don't ever challenge me to be better, it's hard for me to go. I mean, I'm gonna do it myself, but it's a lot better when somebody say, "I bet you can," because then I get fired up about it.
That's true. So I'm just gonna say this. I had a moment, and Cube, Aquatics, Funk, and we all have like this little chat thing, and we all kind of uplift each other whenever we need to or have to. It's really been great. But I had this epiphany where I realized I was becoming less serious, less stirred, you know, like I was letting go and enjoying stuff more, and it was directly because of Funk. Like that's been rubbing off on me that it doesn't have to be that serious. That if I make a mistake, guess what? I'm going to wake up in the morning and people aren't going to think I'm a joke. So that relationship that I have with Funk is priceless to me because I see that rubbing off, and I see myself letting go and enjoying this experience more. And in the same token, I see Funk trying to get a little more serious and want to make sure that people are taking him serious, and that's a great thing as well. And I hope people give you the opportunity because, brother, you are very knowledgeable, and people need to hear what you have to say.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Rob,
OG Tropical said that one time in his live stream because he was saying that he was listing all the people that he actually likes to watch, and I was like, okay. And then I came in, and he was like, oh, like Rob. I like to watch him, but he doesn't do the knowledgeable stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's good, but I am knowledgeable. I just do funny stuff. I'm just that funny character type of guy. So when you come to my channel, you're going to get that funniness and fish keeping because that's what we need in fish keeping. There's always some serious stuff, and yeah, I throw some, knowledgeable stuff out there, but sometimes you got to have a laugh in the fish keeping things about stuff.
I honestly think Rob is a little too humble because he knows a lot more than he thinks he does. Y'all know, I talk to him all the time. Rob will tell me, "You can't do that, fool," and I'm like, "What?" Because I'll forget. I'll talk about a fish that I haven't touched or messed with in years, and they were like, "You can't do that, fool," or "What about this?" I go to Rob for like medication advice, but Rob you're not really good at putting yourself out there as someone who's a go-to guy for information. Sometimes you put yourself out there as somebody who's happy-go-lucky. But I do think it, once you feel comfortable enough to say, I know this, and I'm gonna go ahead. I got some authority. I got some
authority.
I'm a little bit of an authority on this subject.
Yeah.
Or as far as he goes, that I do think your channel is gonna blow up because you don't tell in your videos. Like in the whole time I'm watching your videos, I'm like, I'll see you kind of dance around stuff like you're beating around the bush. I'm like, go ahead, just spit it out, man. And then you kind of just cut it off. And that's why you only have 4 and 5 minute videos, because you're not saying everything. And a lot of that is because he doesn't think it's important, because I don't know. But Rob's a lot knowledgeable than he thinks.
Yeah. I tell you what, guys, this is a purposely timed stream because we're gonna stop at 8:30. There's 38 people still on. We got 63 likes. So thank you everybody for all those likes. I hope we can do this more often because I love this, man. I mean, I love just being able to be myself and chat with you guys. So it's been great.
Yo, Ness is in here calling security up in cheer.
So listen, everybody check it out before we leave. The 2 main announcements I want to make is Saturday. Just be ready to have a day full of Big Fish Deal live streams from a bunch of different people. And Ozzy Octane and Tiffany will be coming out with their own channel soon called All In Tanks. It's a husband and wife duo where the woman, the female, is actually the more knowledgeable one. Or no, let me change that. The female is the one out in front. All right. Which is different. So show some support because Ozzy Octane is a rapper. And he's been supporting the fish, the fish mob and the fish community since how long has it been? About a couple months now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I did not know this. And a lot of you probably don't know this either. Tiffany has been lurking for years.
Wow.
I spoke to her and I was like, hold up, wait, how long have you been watching, FishTube? She's watched FishTube for a long time, and she's, watched everybody's content. She just never said anything. She's just coming out of her shell. So All In Tanks, Ozzy Octane, Tiffany, they're gonna put it out. And we're gonna give you more on that. So look out for that.
Don't sleep on Ozzy. He is a very talented dude that drops hit after hit. He is a beat machine. So, my videos end with Ozzy's rap that he did for King Queen Cichlids. I'm so indebted to him. That guy is multi-talented. He's gonna be a star one day, real soon.
Yo, Aqua, that answers the question right there for me. I am young, and yes, I may be young, but I am very knowledgeable. But I just try not to say it because there is a lot of older people who may, critique what I gotta say, but I just don't really care what you say. I'm just not gonna say it because I know it's gonna be controversial. You know what I mean?
It's your channel. It's your channel. So
I know, but I just don't want to.
Look, y'all keep watching Rob. One day he's gonna hit his stride and he's gonna take off. I'm telling you.
Or if somebody's gonna make him mad, he gonna tell him exactly how he feels, and he gonna drop that knowledge.
I've talked him down off the ledge a couple times. Like, no, don't go on YouTube saying that.
Yeah, you've done the same for me too, Funk. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yo, I know it's not 8:30 on the dot, but I hear my baby calling, so I gotta say.
Hey,
what's up?
Hey, Scott, like I said from Chris Biggs, he said there is no other thing that you can do more importantly than say thank you to anyone and everyone that has done something for them. I even said in the email that I sent to Scott, thank you for the past, the present, and the future stuff that you have done for me in this channel. I appreciate it so much. And everyone that was in this chat as well. And Aqua, you know it, bro. I'll holler at you a little bit later. Scott, thank you so much. Do you have anything else to say, man?
Just one love, brother. I love you guys to death, and thank you for letting me be on your show. I really appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see y'all later.
Peace.